Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 116200, 36mm in stainless steel. The timepiece on my 16cm circumference wrist wears as a classic Rolex Oyster case. More of a cushion than a round case, the Oyster as ever. A broad, squat, and substantial presence, it really looks more like a 37 or a 38 on the wrist. It's not thick, at 11.6mm thick, and you'll note that lug-to-lug, two different ways to measure this watch. 44.4mm if you just measure the case. If you measure the solid end links of the bracelet, it's a more substantial 45.5mm across the wrist. Nevertheless, I can still recommend it for a wrist as small as 13cm in circumference, and the spacing between the lugs, should you wish to accessorize with an aftermarket strap, is 20mm. That said, the Super Jubilee bracelet is everything you could want. Now, why Super Jubilee? Because since 2005, when it was redesigned for this generation of the Datejust, we've had solid center links, solid end links, and a substantial milled clasp. Now, you can see that the links themselves, now being so substantial, they can function as a sports bracelet. No need to resort to the 3-link Oyster anymore. The Jubilee bracelet, which was born on the Datejust model in 1945, it was the 40th anniversary or Jubilee of the Rolex brand. Because it's always had the smaller links, it's been more comfortable, more supple, and because it has this many small links, it also vents better than the Oyster, but in the past it was perhaps a little bit too fragile. Now, full solid link, bombs away. You can wear this one to the beach or the pool. Removable links fixed by screws, and as you can see, the crown clasp, the only signature of the partition point, is now a vertical trigger. There is a beak and a hook internally. So what appears at first glance to be a friction fit system pried open by a shim is in fact a locking mechanism that snaps shut and cannot be pulled open. It must be unlatched first. Polished internally, this is a flagship Rolex piece, so you won't find a blasted finish in there. Jumping back to the case, it's a classic Datejust. Fluid form, does wonderful things with the light. Complex, curvaceous, sinuous, and sexy. This is not a sub or a GMT. No super case here. Screw down crown, twin lock, 100 meters water resistant, and the 116200 reference has the lovely domed bezel that gives the watch the appearance of a sort of neo bubbleback. The bubblebacks of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, being the first Rolex watches to combine the Oyster water-resistant case with the Perpetual automatic winding system. They were a little bit pot-bellied because of the rotor, and so they were known as bubblebacks, and that imagery with the domed bezel is what you have right here. It's a lovely and nostalgic look for Rolex fans. On the dial side, you can see an extraordinary pink gold dial. That's the best way to describe it. Perhaps pink champagne. It is a lovely sunburst that does extraordinary things with light, and as you can see, you have a railroad track outboard for gauging your minutes and seconds with stylized Roman numerals outboard of each white gold applique index, white gold hands, white gold Rolex coronet, white gold indices, the better to resist tarnish and oxidation over time. You have the Cyclops eye magnifier, and let's fire this one up, wind it a few dozen times, and you can see the watch ticking away at 28,800 vibrations per hour once you wind this one up. It features both stop seconds, so you can set the watch to a reference time, as well as a quick set date system, so you can rapidly cycle the date if the watch runs down or encounters an irregular length month. Protected to 100 meters underneath the case back is the Rolex manufacturer caliber 3135. Automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, 31 joules. The timepiece features the stop seconds, it features the quick set date, but it also features the same architecture as the Submariner movement, because it is the Submariner movement. You have a full balance bridge, you have a free-sprung index, giving the watch shock resistance. You have a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring that helps the watch to keep excellent time with respect to gravity and thus earn a COSC chronometer certification. That means no worse than 24 hours, -4 plus 6 seconds, and Rolex internally adjusting these watches to no worse than -2 plus 2 seconds. That is the substantive basis for the superlative chronometer signature. Overcoil hairspring, yes, but also in oxidized niobium zirconium, so it's highly anti-magnetic, an alloy Rolex calls parachrom blue. This is a timepiece that brings it all together. Automatic winding, stainless steel, 100 meters water resistant, and fully loomed. This could be your dress watch or your sports watch, or as my boss likes to say, a beach to tux timepiece. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox. Rolex Datejust 36mm by night.